The CityCast Philly team is here with me to talk about some of our recommendations for events happening in the city this August, like the annual Black Star Film Fest, a professional tennis tournament, and a professional bike race, plus a walk with bats. CityCast Philly's monthly guide is brought to you by Visit Delco, presenting Chalk Fest on August 22nd and 23rd at Subaru Parks, Union Yards in Chester, PA. It's Thursday, July 30th. I'm Trinae Nuri, and here's what Philly's doing in August. Welcome to CityCast Philly. Joining me for this episode is executive producer Matt Katz, senior producer Abby Fritz, and newsletter editor Siani Colon. We are so excited that you're listening to this episode of CityCast Philly. We're a daily news and culture podcast that keeps you up to date with what's going on in Philly, what are people talking about, and we are also the team behind a daily newsletter that's got event listings and articles relevant to your life here in Philly. There's a link to subscribe to the podcast and the newsletter in our notes under today's show.
We're hoping that some of our listeners to this show today become a CityCast Philly neighbor. That is our membership program. Comes with a load of perks. You get ad-free listening to the podcast. You find out about events a week in advance. You get invited to cool events like one we just did a few days ago. So we hope you might consider becoming a CityCast Philly member. Go to membership.citycast.fm, especially if you're tuning into these monthly events guides that we do and you rely on us so you know what's happening in town in the following 4 weeks, then you're going to want to become a CityCast Philly member. It really helps us continue to do what we do here, and we look forward to you joining the neighborhood.
Okay, so what are you guys looking forward to this month in August?
I mean, I'm really trying this month to lean into reading, writing, poetry, those types of events. I know we have the annual Philadelphia bookstore crawl that's back, and I found this other event that I'm going to check out this year. It's called Small Press Fest, and it's put on by this local organizer. They're called Reunion, and they do like shows, performances, creative workshops, all that type of thing. And this month, they're focusing on small, independent publishers. So from the 6th through the 9th, the collective is celebrating the written arts with a few different events. They're going to have a kickoff at Bar Palmina, the Zero Proof bar we love. We've had the owner on the show before. It's over in Fishtown. The next day, there's going to be a reading at Val's in Queen Village. It's a queer bar. Then Saturday the 8th, there's a book fair at Cartison Brewing. I haven't been to a book fair since I was a kid, so I feel like I'd enjoy. Probably need to bring more than a couple bucks this time, though.
You got to bring a tote bag for all the books you get.
Exactly. And then to wrap it up on Sunday, they're doing a poetry reading at the Perch in East Kensington, and then a closing reception at their home space, Space 1026 on Broad in North Philly. They're also be doing a bunch of other readings throughout those 4 days, but these are kind of the big headliner events that I'm going to try to check out. And you can go to @Reunion Poetry on Instagram to get all the info if you want some more deets.
Nice.
Oh, I need to add these to my calendar. Well, Abby, while you're getting studious, I'm kind of in my jock era right now. I've mentioned to you guys before that I've been on a Philly sports side quest trying to see all the professional teams. And so far, I've knocked most of them out, which has been really exciting, and did my own side quest within a side quest going to the World Cup. So it's a sports summer in Philly, and I'm taking another side quest on this journey and turning my attention to tennis. So women's professional tennis is back in Philly this month for the Ennoble Care Philly Open. It's happening August 23rd through 29th, just around the timing of the U.S. Open. This will be at the Hamlin Tennis Center over at Penn's campus. So grab your tickets now if you want in on the action. There's several days that you can attend. And this is just really a testament to the demand of professional women's sports in a city. So hopefully this continues on the trend of seeing more women's sports dominating in Philadelphia.
Yeah, and we haven't had like a professional women's tennis tournament in Philly since like 2005. So it's a big deal that we have this year.
That's awesome. And there's another sports competition that has been out of Philly for many years and is returning. The Philadelphia Cycling Classic is back this month after 10 years away. So it's back in Philly, and it sort of rounds out the summer of sports for Philly. I mean, you mentioned, Siani, we had World Cup. We also had the Home Run Derby and the All-Star Game. And now we have this big bike race on August 30th, the Philadelphia Cycling Classic. What I love about the Philadelphia Cycling Classic is that the course is basically what a normal, leisurely, everyday biker would do on a Saturday morning in Philadelphia. It's the same route, basically. You go down the Ben Franklin Parkway, you follow along Kelly Drive through Fairmount Park. Then the bikers will hit Manayunk for the Manayunk Wall, you know, the big hill there. That's like the toughest part of the race.
Ooh, that's a crazy...
Their thighs are going to be burning.
It's like serious, right? And then they go through Roxborough, down Kelly Drive, through Strawberry Mansion. Then they go to Lemon Hill, which is another hill. And then they finish back on the Parkway. But they do this multiple times. So it's not just, you don't just hit the Manayunk Wall once. The women's race is 4 laps for 62 miles. So they go around and around and around. That one starts at 8:30. The men's race is at noon for 8 laps, 120 miles. They hit that wall 8 times. And they do 120 miles. It's really wild. The winner
gets... I can't even walk that hill.
Right?
Much less bike it.
It's like serious. I mean, I don't know if my car has trouble getting up that thing. The winner of each race gets $75,000, which honestly seems like not enough.
Yeah, I was about to say, hard. I need $1 million. Put $1 million in my pocket for riding 4 laps.
Right.
62 miles. Wow.
Yeah, for real. Well, you know, in lieu of money, you can give them applause. You can line up anywhere along the route and go cheer everyone on. Maybe at the start on the Parkway, which is also the finish. You could also just go to the Manayunk Wall and cheer them on. There's a fan fest for this over at the Parkway near Aikens Oval. And if you want to volunteer along the route, like handing out water, helping with the medical stuff, just email volunteers@feetonthestreetevents.com. And again, this event is August the 30th.
All right. That sounds fun. Either if you are actually doing those laps or if you get to enjoy the Fan Fest or volunteer. I'm going to take you guys inside and we are going to enjoy movies, films from Black, Brown, and Indigenous filmmakers. I am talking about the annual Black Star Film Festival. This is their 15th year.
Wow.
I've really enjoyed watching this film festival that happens in our city just evolve and become such a premier festival in the city. So from August 6th through the 9th, festival goers can see films from around the world. 91 films from 30 countries will be a part of this festival. And you can check out live conversations with filmmakers, which is one of my favorite things because I like to listen to like, you know, how the directors were, you know, composing the shots and, you know, just thinking about their storylines. And you can go check out performances. There's going to be wellness focus sessions with tea, yoga, or journaling workshops. There's a kickoff party at Frankie's Summer Club, a bazaar with goods from local creators, and the closing party is at the Barnes Foundation. And I heard the Black Star Film Festival has a good time. So I'm so excited for this.
That's awesome. You know, and people might hear film festival. You hear there's small film festivals that go on different places all the time, but this is legit. I mean, this is, they have world premieres there. This has grown into a serious affair that is known around the country and
around the world at this point.
And around the world. Yeah, I bet.
All right, all these activities is going to make you hungry. So what's on your food list this month, Abby?
This has been a long time in the works, but I am so excited that Manna Bakery is finally opening a brick and mortar store, and it's literally opening today. So Yeah,
I missed that. That's so cool.
Yeah, this has been a 5-year-long pop-up. I mean, I have been fighting for my life at farmers markets and trying to beat the crowd. But I mean, I read that they'll sell out of like 800 things like in a couple of hours when they do these pop-ups. So I mean,
it's that good, huh?
It really is that good. I've gotten to try a couple things. Manna Bakery specializes in Levantine Palestinian pastries. I love the Zatar Labna Manouche. It is to die for. It's like this handheld sized flatbread. It's topped with a tangy yogurt labana, which is kind of like Greek yogurt almost, and covered in Zatar seasoning. I mean, my mouth is watering. They also do a ton of different cookies and cakes. And I mean, it's just, I'm so glad to see that they are getting a brick and mortar. It was all started by Temple student Seth Manna, literally out of his dorm. He was doing this while he was still in school. Now he's got a whole storefront. It's at 110 West Burke Street in Norris Square. And it's going to be opening starting today from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Thursday and Friday, and from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturdays and Sundays. And they eventually want to extend hours even longer, but that's what they got for now.
Oh my gosh, did you say Temple Owls, Abby? Well, it got me thinking. I am a Temple Owl. Siani's a Temple Owl. And I don't know, maybe there's something to Temple Owls and food, because the creator of Honey Grow, which is the stir-fry chain around here, is also a Temple Owl. So I don't know, maybe we're just hungry owls. I don't know.
You're hungry, you're hustlers, and you're smart.
Thank you.
I'm excited not to wait in those long lines anymore for manna and actually just go straight to the bakery. Well, what I'm getting this month, if your culture has a take on a stuffed dough dish, it's a given that I'm going to eat it. So that's why I'm really excited to go over to Port Richmond for its annual Pierogi Fest. So you get to eat from the best pierogi makers in the region and vote on who takes home the trophy at the end. If you want to add some other things to your plate, there will be plenty of Polish cuisine to pick from, and there will be live music, art activities, and you can also leave a message about what's on your mind at Fall Risk's viral phone pop-up. More on that is on our Instagram, where Trinae spoke with the creator. The fest is at Campbell Square Park on August 8th from 12 to 5. Entry is free, but pay as you go with whatever calls to you that day.
They have some unique pierogies. It's not just your normal, typical pierogi.
Guys, to see what some fusions or twists on the typical one. So excited to see what people come up with.
I think Little Walters has a gluten-free pierogi, so I'll definitely be checking that out.
What are you eating, Trinae, this month?
Not only am I eating, I'm going to be eating, drinking, and dancing. Okay, I'm heading over to Kensington to Sor Inez. Get this, I'm going to order some birria tacos with the casame,
Yes.
sip some margaritas, and salsa dance for free.
Okay, Trinae.
Now, you got to pay for the tacos and the margarita, but the dancing, you got to check their IG page for their salsa summer nights. So get there maybe like 5:30, because at 6 o'clock is when the music starts. 6:30 is when the beginner friendly lesson starts with Rebecca Bachata. And from 7:30 to 10 is when you can dance the night away. Did I mention that there's no cover, there's free parking, and tomorrow night they're hosting a Bad Bunny night?
Oh, that's going to be good.
That'll be so fun.
When is this? Is this like only
It's
a
kind
few
of like
times,
I think you gotta like check their IG page.
Oh, okay.
They do offer brunch, happy hour, and they have weekend specials. But yeah, just stay connected with them on IG and check it out. Up next, we've got free stuff to do and ways to be civically engaged this month when we come back. This summer, spend some time in Delaware County, and you'll understand why they say Delco's a lot. Start a new family tradition with the Visit Delco Ice Cream Trail. Check it out at participating ice cream and water ice shops. Earn points and score some limited edition Delco gear through Labor Day. Enjoy cool treats, cool stuff, and cool off in Delco. then check out the Delco Chalk Fest. That's happening on August 22nd and 23rd at Subaru Park in Chester. See incredible 3D chalk art, enjoy live music, local vendors, and family fun. Best of all, it's free. And then on August 29th, experience the Illumination 250 Festival at Haverford High School, celebrating America's 250th with live music, food, and a spectacular choreographed drone show. Plan your summer adventure at visitdelco.com. They say Delco's a lot, and they're right. Not every fun thing in the city involves spending a bunch of money. So let's talk about some free things to do.
I'm headed to the Fungadelphia Festival. And if that name confuses you, it's exactly what it sounds like. The Philadelphia Mycology Club is partnering with the Schuylkill Center for Environmental Education for a celebration of mushrooms. So this includes guided walks along the trails and learn how to identify them. There are also activities such as a myco tasting demo, tincture making, and making your own naturally dyed mushrooms. I only started incorporating mushrooms into my diet a few years ago after having a years-long aversion. And I've taken herbalism classes, so I really like to know what's safe to eat, what to avoid, and what other purposes things in the natural world have to offer. So this is on August 22nd from 11 to 3. It's a free event, but there will be vendors selling art, and you can donate to support the organization.
Why did the mushroom get invited to the party, Siani?
Is this a dad joke?
This is a joke you can tell at the it's a dad joke you can tell at the event.
Why did the mushroom go to the party?
Because he's a fun guy.
All right.
Nice. I bet that's on a shirt
We'll get to that one.
somewhere. Gotta be.
Definitely.
Okay, so August is also the time of year when there will be a lot. And I mean, there's a lot of free school supply drives and free backpack giveaways at neighborhood rec centers. And you can always check out your district councilperson's IG page for resources. But I want to also highlight one of Philly's native sons, rapper Freeway. He is hosting his annual Free Fest down at the Navy Yard. And it's happening Saturday, August 1st from 11 to 4 p.m. And because we have been celebrating America's 250th this year, there is going to be a giveaway of 250 free blood pressure cuffs while supplies last. And you can also get your blood pressure screened for free at the festival. This festival is also thinking about the kids too. And so there is a youth village where there's going to be STEM activities, kiddie manicures and temporary tattoos, journaling, and story times. There's going to be a flavor village with food vendors, live performances from Freeway and some friends, some live music. And like I said, all of this is free.
That's awesome. Freeway, pride of Kensington High.
Amazing.
It's amazing how he gives back like this every year. I have another music idea for you guys. So listening rooms are popping up everywhere in the city. I don't know if you guys have been to 48 Record Bar in Old City.
Yeah.
How cool is that place, right? I mean, if you're music...
Like nice, cozy.
Gorgeous.
Totally. If you're music obsessed or maybe just vinyl curious and haven't had a chance to experience what it's like to listen to great music on a high fidelity record system, there's this very cool free event called First Friday Garden Party, and it's on Alfred's Alley, the oldest residential block in America. And they're going to have a DJ and a guest vinyl selector. That's Joey Sweeney from 48 Record Bar. And totally free event. Go and check it out. Listen to some music. It's Friday, August 7th from 5 to 8 p.m. First of all, always good to have an excuse to hang out on Alfred's Alley, right? I mean, just incredibly charming. Plus, you know, the music is going to be great. The event is free, but they are selling records there. There's going to be a vinyl mini market, and they'll also be selling cocktails.
They always cook up some really unique cocktails there. I've got another way to dance this month too. Block party season is not over. And if you want to head over to Germantown to the Maplewood Mall, Love Portal is a free neighborhood party that is being put on. There's going to be DJ sets, food and vendors, plenty of room for specifically ecstatic dancing. Do you guys know what that is?
No.
Ecstatic dancing?
You're feeling ecstatic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also didn't know before I went, like a friend drugged me out to an ecstatic dance event once. It's meant to, you're meant to really feel the movement and express it in your body, and it's meant to be, I would say maybe interpretive dance is a close place to it. It's meant to be a safe space where you can just move and maybe someone will come up to you and you're kind of wiggling together or whatever. It's very fun.
It's like no choreography.
Yeah.
Very like free flowing.
No specific style. Just come and let your body move whatever way feels right for you. And it's meant to be a safe space
Kind of
to
music?
do that.
Is it a particular kind of music, or it doesn't matter what the music is?
Generally, it's very vibey. It's very like not as many words. It's beat based. But I think you could do to anything.
Right, because like a lyrics would kind of like maybe direct your movements to like other like curated feelings.
Yes.
Whereas it sounds like this is very, again, like free flowing, abstract.
Exactly. So if you haven't done it before, this is a great way to check it out for free. It's going to be August 8th, 4 to 8 p.m. The food and vendors are pay as you go, though. But the music and dancing is free.
Delco Chalk Fest takes place August 22nd and 23rd at Subaru Park's Union Yards in Chester, featuring talented professional artists creating larger-than-life sidewalk masterpieces, including incredible 3D chalk art. Enjoy live music, local vendors, family-friendly fun, and a whole lot more. And best of all, admission is free. All right, now we're going to talk about ways that we can get civically engaged. Guys, do you remember when the air was smoky from those Canadian wildfires that impacted our air quality this summer? How could we forget, right? So one night I was over at an event at the Barnes Foundation and I was taking a photo of the skyline because it was so foggy and muggy outside. But then from the corner of my eye, I saw a rabbit hopping and nibbling on some grass. And I thought, either that's a bionic bunny or he didn't get the memo about the poor air quality. And so he's just hopping along. I'm like, dude, are you not impacted? I can barely breathe. And so it got me thinking about our city's animals. Bugfest is happening on August 8th at the Academy of Natural Sciences at Drexel University. This festival has a roach race, bug walk, and a pollinator garden.
Oh my God. Like you walk the bugs? Or like who's walking the bugs? Where are the bugs walking?
Good questions, Abby. I gotta look into it.
I'm focused on the roaches. I'm racing away from them, not spectating. Nope.
Well, Abby, you could walk with bats because the Bat Walk happening on August 15th down at FDR Park is a nighttime program that is going to look at how our local bats behave and their habitat.
Wow. I didn't even know we had local bats.
Oh, yeah. Like sometimes when you think like it's like maybe like 8, 9 p.m. and you think a bird is flying, that's probably a bat.
Really?
I think so.
I see them all the time at rugby practice, like at night. They're flying around, and I think they you fly through the field lights, and you're like, what is that? It's a bat.
And they're so crucial to just supporting that, local ecosystem when it comes to the food chain. Hopefully they don't eat any of the bugs that are at the Bug Fest, but that's one of their important jobs.
The bats gotta eat, though.
They can come over to my neighborhood. They can have all the bugs.
I'm thinking about the impact of climate change this month. You were talking about the wildfires in Canada, Trinae, that were caused in part by global warming. And I've been thinking about just the flood alerts that I've been getting on my phone from the emergency management folks over in the city. Like they have those automatic alerts, and the storms this summer have been so significant. They come on so aggressively and so quickly that there's been flooding all over the city this summer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my part to alleviate some of that flooding, at least in my neighborhood, by cleaning my storm drain. These are those curbside inlets at the corner where debris and trash and leaves gather. It really can contribute to flooding. So I'm going to go out there with my trash picker and rake and just pull some of that stuff out as best as I can, throw it in the garbage. And when my neighbors walk by, I'm going to look at them about how, and demonstrate like how I'm just the best neighbor on the block because I'm doing this. So when you do this, you have to have a little bit of pretentiousness, I think. Because look at me.
Do you need a lot of tools to do this? Like, could you pull up with like an old broom? Like, what do you need?
Yeah, for sure. I think you could pull up with an old broom, but it does help to have something a little bit like sharp, like a garden hoe or even a rake to grab some of that stuff.
Like pick
because
the trash
it really
out.
gets in the grates, like that muck gets in there. So to pull some of it out, I have a neighbor who's been doing this for years across the street, and it is really like yeoman's work. I am so appreciative of the neighbors who are just like quietly doing this. Again, I am not going to be quietly doing this. I'm going to tell everybody in my neighborhood that I did this for them.
You'll have your like Venmo code like up every time someone passes. Yeah.
In all seriousness, this is important. We have these combined sewers, so storm drains, when they overflow, the sewage can go right into the rivers and streams and watersheds instead of our treatment plants. So it's important for us to keep those drains clear of anything but water, and don't throw your dog's poop down there either, please.
I've got a family-friendly event that I'm going to try to make it out to this month. It's put on by the Association for Public Art, and it's at the Constitution Center, and it's going to be celebrating the anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s 1963 March on Washington, which was a peaceful protest where 250,000 people gathered at the Lincoln Memorial in D.C. to bring attention to the inequalities that Black Americans face. It's also where King gave his historic I Have a Dream speech. So there's a lot to learn and think about there. So to celebrate, there's going to be a ton of activities for everybody, including workshops, craft projects, musical performances, and a special talk that explores the history of patriotic songs. It's free, and it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on August 29th. You can reserve a spot online, but you can also just pull up day of. So whatever works for you.
Wow, that March on Washington was 63 years ago.
Wow.
And for some of our listeners, they probably saw it live.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Amazing.
Well, speaking of MLK, he actually has a connection to Philadelphia. So another iconic speech that he gave back in August 1965, he spoke to over 10,000 attendees in West Philly as part of a National Freedom Now tour. This took place in big cities in the North to mobilize communities during the Civil Rights Movement. So in honor of this, a Freedom Now Fest is scheduled for August 2nd from 1 to 6 at the intersection of 40th and Lancaster Ave, which was actually renamed that triangle right there in tribute of MLK and that speech that took place. So There will be speeches from community leaders, an art exhibition, a pop-up theater playing archival footage from that day, and a photo exhibition on the legacy of the neighborhood.
There's actually a great MLK mural.
Yes, I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
And there's a historical, one of those blue historical plaques.
Yep.
It's a great way for Philadelphians to learn more about how our city had a role in this national effort for the fight for civil rights and honor the work of those who came before us so we can keep that alive in the future.
What a perfect ending. Thanks so much for all these recommendations, Siani, Abby, and Matt.
Have a wonderful August, guys.
Thanks, Trinae.
See you guys out there.
That's all for us today here on CityCast Philly. If you enjoyed this episode about things to do in the city this August, share this episode in the group chat and start marking your calendars. Also, rate the show, leave us a review, and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to sign up for our morning newsletter to learn more about what else Philly's talking about. And don't forget, you can support the show and get great perks by becoming a CityCast Philly neighbor at membership.citycast.fm. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Bye.